What's up, everyone? Hope you guys are doing well. Today we have a very cool discussion video discussing the new subclass Stasis. But before we get into that, I have one thing I need to discuss. You guys are amazing. You guys have been giving me so much appreciation with the views and the likes and the comments, but I have noticed that my subscriber rate is really low. If you guys can help me out and hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell so you can get notified of all these cool videos, that would very much be appreciated. But with that out of the way, thank you guys. Let's get started. So, you guys think they nerfed Stasis? Do you guys honestly think that Stasis is in a good spot right now compared to the other subclasses? Well, I hate to tell you guys, but I don't think it is. Stasis is actually still pretty dominant in Crucible, and I don't see a really big decline on Stasis. Like when the nerf first came out, I didn't really see much. Of course, I still seen the hunters with the silence and squall. Of course, they didn't want to throw that away, but other than that, like I think a week after that, it went exactly back to how it was to me personally. I've seen like full 3 stacks of Stasis. I've seen full 3 randoms, Stasis and competitive. It's just Stasis is not going anywhere. I don't think it is with the current nerf that they have given it, and I don't think it will until the light base subclasses get their buffs. If you guys haven't already heard about those, well, Bungie's actually going to be buffing all the light based subclasses, and when they do, I'm pretty sure Stasis will get a decline within its numbers because, well, everybody's going to go try out the light based subclasses, but dictating on how well those light based subclasses are buffed will actually determine if Stasis is actually nerfed. Now, I don't want Stasis to be completely nerfed into the ground. It's still a subclass. It still deserves to be played. But when it comes to Destiny is about 2 things. It's about the gunplay, the guns feel good, and it's about mobility. Mobility not being the stat, but the way you get around and do certain actions. Mobility is really defining what it is in Crucible. This is the reason why hunters are so good and are the best in Crucibles, because they have the best movement. They have like the best movement abilities, and it's just that you can do so many things to like get out of, dangerous situations based on the way you move in the game. And so when you have a subclass that actually gets rid of you being able to do those things, it kind of gets annoying, frustrating, and downright kind of redundant compared to everything they have created so far. And I mean that in the most respectful way. Like, I really like Stasis. I was the one that really was hyped for a Stasis subclass. I was like, oh, ice? Yes, please. I will gladly take that. But it's kind of annoying because there's so many things in, the Stasis subclass that give you these things that take away everything there is to be about, Crucible and Destiny in general. Like the slow, for example, not only does it take away your sprint, it lowers your aiming accuracy, it also prevents you from double jumping, and it prevents you from doing certain class abilities. You can't do anything but slowly walk away or accept your death. Now, freezing is also another thing that completely stops you from moving and shooting and defending yourself all together and making you vulnerable to damage on top of that. And on top of that, if you do break out, you are going to take damage. Not to mention, when you're frozen, it shows everybody on the enemy team where you are currently. So with that, it's just so much for one subclass. I honestly feel like Stasis will be a lot better if they've removed the freeze from all abilities and allow the freeze to only be in your super. Like, you can only freeze enemies in your super. Slow is okay, but you can't have both, Like, I don't think any of the abilities should actually freeze you. I think slow is already powerful enough, and I think that's where they should leave it. And if they can think of a better way, like letting us shoot our teammates to unfreeze them, that would also be pretty cool. I honestly thought they were going to do that at the beginning anyway. When you did the first mission, you had to shoot the fallen guy out of the ice. We thought you could shoot each other out of the ice, just to discover that you can't. And on top of that, I don't see how they thought that freezing people in a game all about mobility was actually cool to begin with, especially in a competitive standpoint. But we already know why Stasis is broken, and we already know it's probably going to get nerfed sometime in the future. But what we're here to talk about today is, will it stay that way? Will it always be something busted and frowned upon to use in Destiny? Everything at one point in time has been frowned upon in the Destiny community, let's be honest. Everything has had their time to shine, except for a few handful of things I'm pretty sure you can mention. But in all honesty, Stasis has put its mark on the Destiny franchise history as a whole, and I really hope they can find some kind of way to balance this out, because I don't want to see Stasis disappear. It is a great and cool subclass, and I want to see it used, but I don't want to see it so much to where there's no other subclasses that are actually valuable. And with that out of the way, thank you guys for watching Gamer in Glasses.